Hey guys, it's me Joy. Welcome to another video. Now this video starts a series on my channel called Growing Up a Miracle. Now what this series is going to be talking about is basically all my everything I've gone through in my life and how Jesus has brought me through it and what he has done in my life. It's basically my testimony. And I go in depth with it a little bit more. And I share a lot of my testimonies. If you don't know, I've been through 5 open heart surgeries, and I have a pacemaker. And what a pacemaker is, it helps your heart beat. Basically, surgeries, and I've been through a lot of those. Big ones and kind of small ones, if that makes sense. I don't know, surgery is small. Every surgery can be scary, and surgery is a big word, and oh man, it's kind of hard to talk about. But basically, how surgery works, going into surgery, you'll go into the hospital. You can't eat anything before the surgery, especially if they're putting you to sleep. You can't eat anything that morning, which you better pray your surgery's in the morning. I've had surgeries in the afternoon, and I had a surgery in the afternoon once, and I couldn't eat anything beforehand, so that means I couldn't have breakfast and lunch, and it was at 2 o'clock, and it was not easy for me, which I can see how it's not easy for a lot of people, but having surgery in the morning helps. Basically what it looks like is you wake up, you go to the hospital, and you go to the waiting room, and they'll get you checked in. You'll wear a bracelet on your arm. While you're in the hospital, you have to have that bracelet on. You can't take it off. It's basically you're admitted to the hospital. You have that bracelet on, and that has your information on it. Your name, birthday, so they make sure it's you. So, because when you're asleep and they need to know it's you, that's kind of hard. Especially when they put you to sleep and they need to know it's you. They need something to be oh yeah, this is Joy, and to make sure you're in the right place at the right time, and it helps with that. So, yes, being put to sleep, they use anesthesia, and I've had anesthesia is a harder word for me to say or speak about, for I've been through that, and some anesthesiologists think that if you go through a bunch of surgeries, then you're brave enough to face an IV. Sometimes that's the case. For me, it wasn't the case. It took one time, I used to not be able to control it. You can't control getting an IV and then getting put to sleep. That's not what I'm saying. But control my fear and stuff, and I know this will go into talking a little bit about that in my testimony of overcoming it. This series will, but I remember having to be held down by people just so they can get an IV in my arm. And since I've been I had a lot of IVs, I've been stuck. There's scars from IVs. I say they're from IVs. I don't know if you can see these. My hand, they've been in this hand, they've been in this hand, they've been all over. But I remember having to be held down for it. And IVs are tough, were a tough thing for me. And I am happy I've overcome that. And, I'm blessed to be having to overcome that. And I couldn't have gone through what I went through without Jesus. Couldn't have gone through these 5 open heart surgeries or this pacemaker or any other surgery I've been through without Jesus. If it wasn't for Jesus, I probably would be screaming. I probably would have been crying like the whole entire time I was in the hospital. In fact, the last time I was in the hospital, the doctor came in to check on me. It was like one of the days before I was released after this surgery, and he was like, he looked at the TV, he looked at my iPad, my tablet, he looked at my phone, and he realized that nothing was on, but he heard music. He's like, "What you watching?" And my dad's like, "No, she's not watching anything. She's listening to her music." And what my music was worship music. If I filled my room like that you stay in with worship music. And that helped me through almost everything I went through with music, Christian music, listening to it. That's helped me through all of this. Like, Jesus has helped me through all of this, and I'm so thankful. And this series is called Growing Up a Miracle, because I am a miracle in more ways than one. It's kind of, to some people it's a miracle I'm alive. It's a miracle I'm even sitting here before you, this camera, filming this video, talking about it. Basically, I want to talk to you about, like, my experience going into surgery. And I said that for IVs, they had to hold me down. And, like, some anesthesiologists were smart. They would be like, "Okay, you're going to go into the operating room, and you're going to breathe into this mask." They would give, like the medicine beforehand, like, some medicine beforehand, so I wouldn't feel anything. And I would be drifting off to sleep while they're putting the IV in. Like, that really helped. And what that looks like, though, is you go and you get checked in. You get a bracelet on your arm. And then you go to your pre-op room, and then, which is pre-operation room. And they give you a hospital gown to change into, and you have to wear a hospital gown and socks. Like the socks that they give you. And then you get on this bed, and I forgot what they call it, because it's not the regular hospital bed. It's the bed that they use to transfer you to, like, the OR operating room and back to your post-operation room, and then to your actual hospital room. So you're in that bed a lot. Then you get in there, and if they decide that they are gonna put the IV in and, like, you fall asleep in there, they're gonna get the IV stuff out. The nurse will ask you a lot of questions. Yeah, there's a lot of questions to answer, and there's a lot of stuff you have to do before surgery, and it depends on, like, what type of surgery you're having and stuff. Like, for open heart surgeries, you have to, like, at least for me, they took my blood. Like, not took, oh my goodness, yeah. So, another needle added onto that. Oh man, which you'll hear about later on in this series, how that terrified me at one point of my life, and that point lasted a lot longer than, like, expected. And then they'll take some blood, or, like, do their test that they have to do before you go in. And then whether you're asleep or they're going to put you asleep in the operating room, you'll be on this bed, and I really want to call it a cot. I don't know why. So, and then you're on this bed, they have everything on it, then the anesthesiologist will come talk to you. In that room too, the pre-op room, the doctor doing the surgery, or the surgeons, come talk to you. Your nurse that's going to be with you the whole entire surgery. There's like a nurse that's going to be with you the whole entire time. Will talk to you. You have a pre-op nurse, which is a pre-operation nurse, and she'll be in there the whole entire time that they're prepping you for the surgery, and which that looks different for a lot of different surgeries, and I've been through that multiple times. And one thing I would ask the nurse, like especially this year, the surgeries I had this year, is one thing I was like, can I keep my earbuds on through this whole entire time? And yes, the nurses did let me, and I was thankful of that, because worship music kept me calm the whole entire time, except like the last surgery I had, worship music kept me calm the whole entire time. Jesus kept me calm the whole entire time, and that came through like worship music, and I was reminded through that worship music, yes, Jesus is here with me in this pre-operation room. Yes, Jesus is going with me to this operation room, and he's going to be with me after the post-op and in my hospital room. Not hotel room. I mean, a hotel room is nicer than a hospital room. Just saying. So, yeah. And that basic mindset, was kind of hard, a little hard, but once I got that set through surgery, and I knew Jesus was here the whole entire time, since Jesus was with me the whole entire time, he would take care of everything, and I had nothing to fear, and helped me through almost everything. But basically, then, like, so after all of that is done in the pre-operation room, which can take a while, and then you have to wait until, like, they're ready, the OR is ready, which is the operation room. They'll come in and get you, which is, like, anesthesiologist and nurses and stuff, or, like, it's 2 or more people. They'll come in, you'll be in bed, and they'll wheel you down to the operating room. Sometimes they'll wait till you're asleep, sometimes you're awake, and like some of mine were awake and some of mine were asleep. In fact, I was sleeping while they were coming in to get me, I was being put to sleep while they were coming in to get me, and they were probably thankful that they didn't put the IV in the operating room with me knowing what they were doing, because that would have been hard. So, and then they'll wheel you in, and then they'll put one side down, and then they'll have you get on the table, which is unlikely. They'll scoot you on the table, operating table, move your bed over to the side, and if you're being, like, they're doing the IV, they'll, especially if you're a kid, they'll give you a mask to, breathe into, and that mask puts you to sleep along with the IV that they're putting in your arm. And that, it'll help you relax and stuff. The mask says, I don't really know what it's called, the gas, because I've had it a lot, but they don't really tell you what it's called. Like, of course, my parents might know, but I don't. That's probably a good thing. And you'll just sleep, and you're asleep, and it's like you're taking a nap, and then they'll do the surgery, and you'll wake up in post-op, and then you're there, and it depends on the surgery, depends on how it goes, and depends on what kind of surgery. Like, if it's outpatient surgery, then you wake up there, and then they make sure you eat something and drink something, and then they release you. Or if it's surgery where you're staying in the hospital, then from there, when you wake up, you'll be in that room until they like your post-operation room. Which, funny, like, thing is, I don't really, like, when I'm staying in the hospital afterwards, I don't remember the post-operation room that much. I remember being in the hospital room. And that's basically how it goes for a person going through surgery. And that's, like I said, that's kind of what I've been through several times in my life. And this series, Growing Up a Miracle, is going to show you how, it's going to tell you, it's me, like, I'm going to tell you my testimonies and what I've been through, not so that you feel sorry for me. It's not that. It's to show you that yes, Jesus heals today. Yes, miracles can be done today. I am living proof of that. I am living proof of a miracle. Yes, it is possible to be healed today by Jesus. And no matter what you go through, Jesus is always there for you no matter what. And miracles do happen today. And I want to, in this series, I want to feel like that you will understand. Yes, it still happens today. Yes, there are hard times in life, but you need to trust God, and He will bring you through those situations. Probably not the way you want them to, and I figured that out. God will, your way is going to be different than God's way sometimes. And it'll be like something you don't want to do, but after you get it done, it's better than what you wanted, kind of. Even though you had to go through what you had to go through, God brought you through it. And yes, the enemy is going to attack, and he is. And that is also a thing you'll see too, is yes, he's going to attack. And, but you need to stand firm and stand strong for Jesus, because when the enemy knows that you are standing true for Jesus, yes, he's going to attack, but then he's going to back off, because you have a God by your side that is bigger than him, bigger than what he's telling you, bigger than the lies he's saying to you. And in this series, you'll see that. So this is the introduction to Growing Up a Miracle, and it's kind of the story of my life a little. It's my testimony, and I felt like God wanted me to share it with you guys. And yes, I've been through some hard things, and I am so thankful for where I am today. I am so thankful that that's a thing of the past, and I am thankful that God was there through it all and by my side through it all. And that's one thing I am thankful about and blessed about, is my healing, the doctors that God worked through so that I am perfectly healthy today. And I have I don't take any medicine, and I don't need any medicine. The only time I go like for checkups every 6 months to a year. But that's about it. To my heart doctor and pacemaker doctor, but that's about it. I am perfectly healthy. This is not keeping me from doing anything. Like physically speaking, I am a normal 17-year-old. Yes, I've been through this stuff. But my whole life, even though I have a pacemaker, I am a normal 17-year-old girl, teenager girl, health-wise. And I couldn't be here today if it wasn't for God. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you stay tuned for this series. I cannot wait to get this filmed and get this out to you. It's gonna be a long one. Say series, I'm gonna break it up into different videos because I feel like that's how I feel like I need to do it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy, and I hope this, I hope you enjoy this series, and hope, yeah, and I pray that this helps you, and, well, not helps you, but like impacts your life, and maybe, you never know, these videos I feel like are going to be used by God in many ways, and I cannot wait to see what happens. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video of Growing Up a Miracle. I cannot wait to film it. I can't wait to get it out for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!